this was Bangladesh's first game against Australia in any format. How did that compare facing that bowling attack to other attacks you faced in your career?
আমরা আজকে বাংলাদেশ অস্ট্রেলিয়ার সাথে আজকে প্রথম খেলছি, বাট ওদের বোলিং এখানে আমরা জানি যে ওদের উইকেটটা অনেক সুন্দর, দারুণ। তো আমরা যদি আমাদের বেসিক অনুযায়ী যদি ব্যাটিং করতে পারি তো অবশ্যই আমরা ভালো কিছু করতে পারবো, কেন ওরা 100 অনেক প্লাস রান করে ফেলছে। তো আমরা নার্ভাস হইনি, বাট আমাদের কিছু একটু ল্যাকিংয়ের জন্য আজকে আমরা ভালো ব্যাটিংটা করতে পারিনি। তো এটাই।
Yes, Australia are the current world champion, and it is, of course, from our aspect, it was the first match ever. So it was tough to face the Australian bowling. But after having the first match, this will give us a bit experience how to handle this situation, and of course, in this condition, which is very new to us.
Are these the sort of teams you need to play more often to help you get better?
অবশ্যই এইসব টপ টিমের, ওয়ার্ল্ড ক্লাস টিমের সাথে যদি আমরা এইরকম যে 2, 3, 4, 5টা যদি আমাদের সিরিজ থাকে, অবশ্যই একটা ভিতর থেকে আপনি খেলাটা একটা সুন্দর হয়ে আসতে মানে হওয়াটা ইজি হয়। তো আমরা আসলে এদের সাথে মানে প্রথম ম্যাচ খেলাতে আমরা অতটা নার্ভাস ছিলাম না, বাট আমরা অনেক ম্যাচ প্রিভিয়াস অনেক ম্যাচ খেলছি, বাট এই একটা টাফ একটা সময়ে এইভাবে ম্যাচ খেলাটা আমরা যদি আরেকটু ভালো সময় অনুযায়ী যদি আমরা খেলতে পারি, আমরা যদি একটু ভালো ম্যাচের সুযোগ পাই, অবশ্যই আমরা অস্ট্রেলিয়াকে একদিন বিট দেওয়া নট পসিবল, নট এ মানে খুবই তাড়াতাড়ি ওদেরকে আমরা ইয়া করতে পারবো, মানে লস করতে পারবো।
Yes, it's a bit unfortunate for us that we do not play with the top class teams often, but I believe that if we could get the chance to play regularly with the top teams, our cricket will improve and our girls will improve accordingly, and we can understand how to cope with such kind of bowling attack or such kind of attacking the batsman, the quality that the Australian team had.
A number of catches went down today. How disappointed were you with the team's fielding?
হ্যাঁ, ক্যাচগুলো অনেক ইম্পর্টেন্ট ছিল, বাট অলমোস্ট যখন 160 আপ হয়ে গেছে তখন কিন্তু অলরেডি আমাদের 2-3টা ওভার ছিল, বাট এই ক্যাচটা যদি আমরা নিতে পারতাম অবশ্যই 160-70তে আমরা ওদেরকে অল আউট করতে পারতাম, বাট আমরা আনফর্চুনেটলি আমরা এটা করতে পারি নাই। তো ইনশাল্লাহ আমরা নেক্সট ম্যাচ চেষ্টা করবো যেন এই ভুলগুলো কম করে আমরা যেন নিউজিল্যান্ডের সাথে একটা ফিডব্যাক ভালো খেলতে পারি।
Yes, it would have been better if we could keep those catches, and in that case we could restrict them in 160 or so. But definitely we need to improve our fielding, and we need to keep all those catches in the match, and we are looking forward to for the next match to rectify ourselves and to go for good fieldings and keeping those crucial catches.
You built a nice partnership with Nigar there to get over 50. I think that was Bangladesh's second 50 partnership at the T20 World.
উনি আমাকে সবসময় অনেক উৎসাহ দেয়, আমার হেড কোচ আমার দীপিকা ম্যাম, তারা আমাকে অনেক উৎসাহ দিয়েছে, তুমি অনেক কিছু করতে পারবা, বল টু বল জাস্ট খেলো। তো আমার একটাই চিন্তা ছিল যে আমি জ্যোতির সাথে যাই বা যেই যাক তার সাথে আমি একটু ভালো পার্টনারশিপ করি এবং বল অনুযায়ী আমি খেলার চেষ্টা করবো। আমি জানি ওরা ওয়ার্ল্ড ক্লাস বলার, বাট আমি এটা কোনো চিন্তাই করি নাই, আমি শুধু চেষ্টা করছি বল টু বল খেলবো।
Yes, in our team meeting that was discussed to build up the partnership during match, and I tried to follow that instruction, and I tried to play ball by ball and building a partnership with Jyoti, and as per plan it was my intention to build up any source of partnership with any of our co players. So that's what I try, and I hope that other players will also try to do that in our next couple of matches. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
good after the opening two to put such a convincing victory on the board?
Yeah, it was. I think there's been a lot of talk about how we've been playing over the last sort of couple of weeks in particular, but it was nice for us to go out there and put all that aside and play the way we wanted to, and to get that result tonight was obviously fantastic against a side that's really unknown to us. Probably allowed us to just think about ourselves for a change and just go out there and play how we wanted to, and I think we executed that.
You were seeing them pretty well, you're never going to deviate from that aggressive plan?
At no stage will we deviate from that. I think, look, we just, as a batting group, we spoke about potentially not doing our job as well as we would have liked. So to be able to go out there and put a pretty decent score on the board on a fairly low and tricky wicket, in my opinion, so was pretty great, and hopefully that gives us some confidence moving forward.
How much momentum do you think the team can gain from a win like this heading into Monday's game?
Yeah, a lot. Obviously, Monday's a pretty crucial game in the context of the World Cup. So, we'll take a lot of confidence out of that, especially as a batting group. I think there's been a lot of talk, a lot of pressure on us to perform, and we haven't felt it from the inside. We just know that if we execute what we want to do, we'll get the desired result, and that showed tonight. So we're coming up on Monday against a side that we're really familiar with. So hopefully that suits us even more.
Is it reassuring to know that your fate is now totally in your own hands after NZ lost today and you guys won?
Yeah, I think so. I think we weren't really focused on that other game today at any point. And I think there was a bit of talk about it on the bus before we arrived. But yeah, look, it was always going to happen. I think both pools are really wide open at the minute, and there's probably going to be three sides that are pushing for the top two. So look, for us, we were just looking to go out there and put a good performance out there, hopefully get the win, and then we'll worry about Monday, and whatever will happen will happen.
And that was some partnership with you and Beth. What do you think clicked today?
Yeah, I think Moons loves batting at Monica Oval. I think she averages like 80 or something ridiculous here. So for me, I was just holding on for the ride and see if I could contribute for a change. So look, I think the left-hand, right-hand combination for us at the top is really effective, and especially today with the big breeze going across the ground, we're able to sort of target that shorter side if we could. So that was obviously worked really well for us, and hopefully it can moving forward.
You surprised that Katie Martin's come out on the front foot and said the pressure's on Australia, it's their World Cup?
Doesn't surprise me one bit. Loves a bit of banter, old Katie Martin. So, look, yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all. I think they've still got a game before us, I think. So, look, they're well within their right to come out and try and put some pressure on us through their words, but we'll just focus on what we need to do and showing up on Monday and putting the best performance we can on the board. And if that means a semi-final, then fantastic. But if not, then we'll know that we've just played the way that we want to.
Is there any truth in that comment?
Can we just
From Kat, is it a fair comment considering you are hosting the World Cup and there could be the 100,000 at the G?
Look, I don't think there's been any extra pressure on us at all. There's obviously been a lot of talk about it, but within the group, I don't think there's that feeling. I think we're just going out there and trying to play the best we can. Obviously, World Cups are incredibly difficult to win. We've been so successful at them by grinding wins out, and every single team in this competition is going to come really, really hard at us. They want to beat us, and they want to try and top the pool or come second in the pool, and we know that sometimes we have to sort of go in a defensive mindset and just absorb as much energy as we can and then push it back on them. So from that point of view, I don't think there's any extra pressure on us. We know it's going to be tricky. We knew it was coming into this World Cup. So no extra pressure, just a simple fact that everyone's coming very hard at us, and we just need to sort of absorb that energy that they're giving at us and make sure that we're doing the right thing to throw it right back.
Did you feel like some of the questions being asked about the top order performance was fair?
Yeah, I think so. I think when you're not quite doing your job, you expect to be called out on that. And for me in particular, rightly so, especially through that try series leading into this World Cup, I'd be asking questions if people weren't questioning, if I was not necessarily the right person for the job, but, how I was going with my batting. So, look, from that point of view, that's part and parcel of sport. You've got to accept the good with the bad. And for me, it was just a timely reminder that everybody really cares about this team and really want us to win and be there in that final. And I guess it's a nice feeling. And I just went out there and trained as hard as I possibly could to make sure that I can contribute for this team and obviously achieve hopefully something really special in this country.
Is it further validation about what we now expect of the women's Australian team as well?
I think so, yeah. I think it's great. I think Not necessarily the negative press is great, but I think the scrutiny on the side is, is where this sport is at the moment. It's very professional within this country, both domestically and internationally, and we want to be the best cricketers we possibly can, and when we're not quite performing, we're happy if you call us out on that. So from our point of view, we're a really tight-knit group, and we know what's working really well within our group and what we can do to be better. So have your fair say outside, but hopefully inside we know what we're doing well.
Elisa, for you as a person, would it be right to say you wouldn't be too worried about a few low scores in a try series because you know what you can do, and when it comes to games like this out there today, that's your ceiling, and a few failures don't really matter?
Well, they did matter, to be fair. I think at some point I did question if I was doing the right thing, but at the same time, I think getting that reassurance from people that I was doing the right thing, and sometimes when you're playing the game of cricket, you're not actually out there long enough to lose any form. I still felt like I was hitting the ball really well in the nets and was just sort of finding the fielder or finding some really unlucky ways to get out. So for me, I think the luck would have turned, and I think it did in India. I think against India, in that first game, I think I smashed one to the keeper at some point and no one appealed. So at some point your luck's got to turn. I think that was that moment that I thought maybe my luck has turned here and I can sort of just ride the wave and go out there and play aggressively like I do and hopefully get my team into a position to win a game.
It just always seems like you've got a resilience. Did you build that by, your first few years were pretty hard graft in the Australian team.
Yep.
And then suddenly it all came good, suddenly it exploded. Did those few years, those difficult times, help prepare you for little smaller dips like the recent ones?
Yeah, I think so. I think I've sort of always had the mindset of, am I doing my role for the team more than anything else? And I think at that point in time, I was to an extent. I was batting all around the order and mainly in sort of the middle order and sort of coming out and icing an innings or trying to win the game for the side was something that I really prided myself on. And in some way, I thought I was doing my job for the team down there. But to get an opportunity at the top of the order, I think, and sort of grab it with both hands and enjoy the experience has been great. And yeah, I think the first 10 years of my career probably did teach me a lesson about resilience and hanging in there. And hopefully the last couple of years of my career will be pretty good fun.
You ditched the helmet for the hat.
Yeah, it was hot.
Enjoy about that.
It was hot. Well, I'd love to bat in the floppy like Karen Rolton used to do, but it was just a little bit hot out there, and it just at no stage did I really think about sweeping a ball. The wicket was too low, so just an easy option to try and get some air down my lungs and see if I could keep swinging hard.
Just wanted to ask, you mentioned the top order having a discussion amongst yourselves about not being where you wanted to be at. Are those honest conversations part and parcel of winning a World Cup and what you have to have?
Yep, definitely. I think it's part and parcel of being an elite sports team as well, I think, and being a really tight-knit group like we are. I think having those honest conversations aren't easy, but this team really seems to be quite good at it and is able to call stuff out when it's happening. And I think to be able to sit down as a batting group and just identify some areas that we weren't doing great and where we could be better, I think was great for the group. Sometimes they're there, but when you say it out loud and you verbalise it, it sort of reinforces it in your own mind about your plans or what someone else might be doing as well to get out of your own head. So I thought it was great, and to be able to come out tonight and sort of respond to that was fantastic.
Perry seemed to leave the field early tonight. How is she? Was it a shoulder? Did she aggravate that when she went for the boundary rope?
I have absolutely no idea. I don't think it was her shoulder. She threw in a few balls quite hard after that, so I'm going to go with it wasn't a shoulder. It could be something else. Stay tuned.
The team have a day off coming up.
Yeah.
How important is that going to be heading into the New Zealand game, given the travel you've had to do so far?
Yeah, it's coming in handy, that's for sure. As a almost 30-year-old, it's coming in at the right time. I think. Look, it's no secret that we've had a really busy schedule, obviously leading into this World Cup and during this World Cup. But the girls are really embracing that. I think we really enjoy this opportunity to be fully professional athletes, and the amount of cricket that we're playing is we see it as a real blessing. So a day off here and there is fantastic for us, and we make sure we use it wisely to just refresh and recharge. And for me, get away from cricket and hopefully do something fun. So come Monday, we'll hopefully be swinging hard out there.
Thanks, guys.